Hello, and welcome to People Talk Now. I'm your host, Vanessa Herrera, and this is a show where you ask about it and I talk about it. And let's not forget, you guys, we're trying to change the pace out there and what these people are calling bed days. And yes, welcome. Happy fucking Wednesday, you guys. It's amped up. We're amped up here in the stewed. We're in the stew today. And it's episode 20. We made it, y'all. And I don't know where you guys are headed this morning. If you're headed to work, you're headed to, you're headed to a drive-thru. You're going to Starbucks. That's right. I said it. It says Starbucks. I don't know where you're going, but wherever you're going, I just hope that you're having a good fucking morning because, I'm not here to preach to you. No one's handing out a money basket or anything, but I'm just saying that you should make the most out of today. You woke up alive, so you have yet another opportunity to make this day right. Hallelujah! On that note, you guys, it is episode 20, and as promised, last time, I did tell you guys that we're going to have a part two regarding dating and what would be deal breakers for you. I had a questionnaire, and a lot of you had answered. Both genders had answered, male and female. And I gave you guys my perspective last time. And I also kind of shared with you guys like the votes and, what everybody basically thought. And so I did tell you guys that I was going to have a special guest with me today, as promised. And he's actually going to give you some insight because I feel like he has not only insight for just men in general, but for both genders and just people who are in the dating scene, and just has some very worthy information for people to utilize, and to just kind of take into consideration, basically. And so today, I invited my husband once again because I know how much you guys loved him last time when he was here. So everybody welcome him here.
Hey, how you guys doing? Thank you.
And for those of you who are new to my show, I'm the host of this podcast of People Talk Now. My name is Vanessa Herrera, and this is my husband, Jose Herrera. Welcome once again. Thank you for being here for this special podcast. This is episode 20. I can't believe it.
Thank you.
We're 20 episodes in, and we're in the new year, 2020. I know you guys like it when I say 2020. Again, you guys. So basically, what I would like to do, to make it really fun, is that I'm gonna be basically, we're gonna get the male's perspective about these quick fire questions that I talked about in the last episode. And, we'll get his answers on some of them. Like, let's see what his thoughts are on it as far as the male perspective. And then we'll talk about relationships and all that fun stuff. And as always, promised to you guys, at the end of the show, we're going to have our fun joke of the day and our word of the day. Just because you guys already know that I love when you guys leave my show learning something new, because as always, I always like to say there's always something new to be learned every single day. So let's get started. Let's get all into this shit right now. Okay, so today's theme will kind of basically almost be the same as last time, except today we're actually going to also be talking about relationships, because when we get together, we just love talking, jibber jabbering. And so I figure why not incorporate relationship advice once again, but followed by last time's what would be deal breakers for you? Would these be deal breakers for you? So so we're gonna go ahead and get started with the first question. So I'll be asking him these questions, and he'll be answering to you guys. And then, as always, if you guys want to chime in and give me, if you guys have any questions yourself, you're always feel free to always message me or email me at peopletalknow@hotmail.com. So, all right, you guys, let's get it started.
Yeah.
Wednesday morning, 8 a.m.
Good morning.
Open those eyes, take those boogie out your eyes. Okay, so here we go.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. What do you
And just mind you that you can you're not being rushed to answer any of these, so you can take your sweet old time. Okay.
Well, after you
Here's-
woke me up, I might as well.
On the first date, suggest splitting the bill. Yes or no? What's your take on that?
Oh man, that's a tough one for me. I'm more of an old school kind of guy, you know. But I guess due to the changes in the structure of our society, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. If you find out a lot about somebody in that first instant, if you were to say, "Hey, we going Dutch," you can see a lot of expression in their face. Like, if it's somebody's like, "Oh yeah, cool," like you see that it's genuinely cool, that should make you say, "Nice," you know. If you're one of those people that like to like front up everything up front, like you give your heart and soul, you know, like you invite somebody to eat, you're not gonna tell them, "Hey, you're gonna pay half." That's kind of messed up.
Yeah. Okay, I get that perspective.
But for whatever reason, like say, most likely for me, I'm just gonna say for me, it would probably be somebody asking me. Like, say I went out on a date. You know, I wouldn't do that to you, baby. But if I went on a date and some girl was like, "Hey, we're going Dutch," like she invited me, right? And then when we got there, we ate and everything. She's like, "We're going Dutch. We're going 50-50." Would it shock me? I think it would. But it would tell me a lot about her. It's like, there's nothing wrong with her. I would just have to make a decision because that's a certain type of person. I normally wouldn't do that. I wouldn't invite you to dinner and then expect to go 50-50. Like, no, if I invite you, I'm paying. So if somebody invites me, and even if it's a girl, especially now in today's society, and she was at the end like, "Hey, we going 50-50," I would, of course, you'd be like, at first, right? But then you're like, "Oh, yeah," you're not going to sit there and cry and be like, "No, fuck that." Here's your food back.
Here's your goddamn meatballs.
No, but you would pay it. But then for me, I guess I'm speaking from a person who would be like, "Oh my God, like, that's respectful." Hey, you want somebody who's gonna be. I don't mean to get on too much with the subject, but you want somebody who, if they want to go 50-50 and they got the balls to say it, hey, that's not a bad person.
Yeah,
That could be somebody that has some very good attributes, right?
I concur.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, next question. Here we go. Moving along. Sex on the first date.
Ooh, damn. Oh, well, oh man. So I mean, again, I'm gonna I keep reverting it. Like for me personally, ever since I can remember, I think I'm being super honest with you guys. Like, sex has always felt like something a little bit more personal than holding hands and kissing. I don't ask me why. I guess because I look at it in a totally different way. But no, for me, that's a no. Like no, it depends. Okay, let me just say it like this: it depends. So that for your listeners and they can understand where my mind is coming from. If you're somebody that's looking for a booty call and just a booty call, and whoever you go out with wants to do the nasty, then go for it. Shit, like fuck, having orgasms is the shit. Fuck, be safe, y'all. Be safe. But if you're looking for the one, like you're out looking for somebody that's gonna take you serious, like no, like, and if some guy like no, that's just to me like I don't know. I mean, can it last even after the first night and you guys, yeah, of course, I'm sure there's those stories. There's for every scenario. But again, sex on the first date, it depends. To me, my answer is it just depends on what you're looking for. Okay. Sorry for the long rant, but there's something to be learned about that. That's
Yeah, you were these people are listening to the male's perspective today, and again, I get that not every man's gonna be the same, but there's some motherfuckers,
no, there's some good men out
but
there.
there's some good men,
I think.
just like there's
I don't know.
shit.
How would I know? The fuck I would know.
How fuck you know?
I don't know. Shit.
All right, moving along. This not. We won't get into other questions.
Please, let's move.
Okay. Public sex.
Oh shit.
Would these be deal breakers for you?
Like, what do you mean exactly? Like,
Well, like for example,
you mean,
if okay, you're going on a date
Mm-hmm.
with somebody. These are like people that you're just starting to date. Maybe
Okay.
first couple dates. This is dating, right?
Yeah.
So if they said, if they were like, they're not gonna say let's have public sex. That's just fucking weird.
No, but
but-
are you referring like a couple having sex in public?
No, not a couple. This
Or
is people that are starting to date.
that just started
Yeah,
to
they
date.
just started
of
to date, and they
course.
say, "Is this a deal breaker for you?" If they were
Okay,
to say, "Hey, let's,"
so let me answer
they're not gonna
that.
say,
Okay.
"Let's have public sex," but they're gonna say, like,
Okay,
you want to do
some-
it out
somebody that
right here
they're-
at this park, for example.
Okay, so I'm not gonna get too deep on this, but this is my whole take on that.
What's
If-
your take?
Okay.
Dígame.
If you fucked on the first date, can I cuss on here?
Of course.
Okay, right.
Come on, this is people ask about it, you talk about it.
All right. If you threw down on the first date
Oh, he said you threw down.
and when you saw each other again the second time, I'm more than like I can honestly believe you fucked again, right? So if it would be a deal breaker for, say, that other person to say, like at the movies, let's say, they're like, hey, come on, baby, suck my dick. Like, and if that shit offended you after you went on a 2-day fucking, what do you call it? Fucking fuck fest, then I would be offended. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, man, because when you feel something for somebody, it doesn't matter where you're at. Like, it hits you. And obviously, we all know. Shit, even with a little bit of risk, it could feel a little bit more exciting, you know? All right, so hopefully I answered that good.
So you're based, but we need some answers
shit,
here.
I didn't even say if it's a deal breaker.
We don't
or
need
not.
your goddamn telenovela. We need some answers. The people want answers.
No, it's not a deal breaker depending on the situation.
On the
okay?
situation.
If
Alright,
you've
okay.
been like I said, if you've been boning since day one, and on the 4th day you're appalled that they want to fuck at the movie theaters, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
But
that
if-
just doesn't make no sense.
But obviously, if you're looking for something a little bit more deeply
Risque, yeah.
and the first time or the third date they're out in public, and you guys have not had sex, and it's like the third date, and they want to have some sexual fucking act in public, you gotta be very offended. That's a total deal breaker in that scenario.
Okay.
Nice question.
All right, next one. Insist on you both getting a pet within the first 3 months.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, 3 months, a lot. Get some good quality, some good quality at bats, some AKA dates. Yeah. I mean, does that mean we're already moved in? Is it like the couple moved in, or they just got a pet and what she's got custody of it? Do things become a little bit more serious, or how does that even work?
Do you have to pay child support?
You got to pay child support. I'm sure you got to put in for the litter or the dog food. You know that, right?
Oh,
So
gosh.
Am I
yeah.
thinking about it a little too deeply, or
Man,
what?
I think you just started just a little bit. But I mean, like, is that a deal breaker for you? If say the person as a man, like,
No.
you're dating and the girl's
Well,
like, hey,
okay.
like, would you, like, let's insist on you guys getting a dog or something.
I'm so
Oh my,
sorry.
please don't die on my show.
I just thought of something even more funny.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just say we got 3 months. Like we got 3 months. Not you. I can't say you. I gotta pretend it's somebody else.
Yeah,
I'm
pretend
sorry.
it's somebody else. Please don't.
I'm so
it's not
sorry,
me, not
baby.
me.
Please try.
Okay.
But if I was to meet somebody and say I know her for 3 months, but it was kind of like a medium type of thing where we talked, here and there on the phone. It was more like as much as I would call like some guy buddy that just calls me when he needs a couple dollars or something like that. Like it wouldn't be heartfully embedded. If like that was the relationship and they come up and they're like, look, babe, look what I got. I got us a cat. Now we got our own baby type of shit. I'd be like, you fucking weirdo. Like, I swear I would be so fucking scared. I would be so scared if somebody pulled that shit off. Like, you know, we cool, right? Like we cool. We haven't even got out for lunch or then we don't go out, but we talk on the phone, we text here and there. We're on social media, kind of going back and forth with certain little likes. You know, that's. Then you come out like, baby, look, this is fucking our bulldog, our new baby. I would just be, no, you know what? That's a deal breaker. Sorry, I got nothing for that no more. I'm scared
You
now.
took it too far. I think you scared yourself
I
to
scared
death.
myself really bad right now.
Okay, let's move along from that one.
Please.
I don't want to
Hurry.
scare the listeners. Or
Oh my
they're,
God,
they're
that
probably
was
shivering
nasty.
in their
I almost threw up.
they're probably spitting out their morning coffee right now. Okay.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, my baby's getting lightheaded.
Too
Okay.
early, way too early for that to be thinking like somebody would actually do that, like come
Okay,
out.
and okay. Before I get into the next question, just wanted to let my listeners know that before we stepped into the studio to record this morning, he insisted on wearing a gender neutral shirt. So
Oh, yeah.
tell us what color you're wearing for
I'm
the people
wearing-
that can't see you.
I'm wearing pink.
He's wearing a pink
and,
shirt. Nice little all pink cotton candy
A
shirt.
little cotton candy. You know, I represent everybody. I love everybody. I'm a people person.
Okay, so moving on to the next question. Traveling together within the first 3 months is pretty much almost similar to the other one.
I might have said yes, but what I meant to say is no, that's not a deal breaker. Hell no. People need to be meeting more people that inspire that kind of stuff. Not to just lay around and fucking talk on the phone. I'm sorry. But you meet somebody and they're like, hey, so what do you do? You know, whatever. You're like, oh, I'm this, I do that. Hey, let's save, you know, how much can you save here from 3 or 3 months? Like you say, you both just quickly plot out a little scenario where like you're like, hey, yeah, how much can you save? Oh, I can save this. All right, let's go to Cancun. Boom. That's the kind of people you need to meet. That's not a deal breaker. I love that.
Nice. Okay. So that's not a deal breaker for you. Okay. Meeting parents on the second date.
Damn, the second date?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, meeting people. No, I'm all fuck. I'm starting to get that feeling about getting a pet together. It just,
Oh, no.
no, because it that just really depends. Obviously, again, it just depends. Like how you would have to cover. Baby,
Drop my maraca.
Your maraca went down. You would have to cover some serious ground if you're looking to settle down with someone. Like if you're looking to find somebody that like adds to your beautiful, amazing, just a wonderful life you have. You know, and things go well in 2 days, like fuck, like it. I'm down. You got to cover some serious ground. I don't want to get into details. Yeah, then no, that's not a deal breaker. But again, if all you've been doing is fucking each other for 2 days, and you guys are gonna meet each other's parents, you guys are fucking stupid. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, you guys.
Oh, God. We're shaking the
No, I'm
maracas.
so sorry. I don't mean to laugh like that, but it just fucking, it's funny to me that I used to think I had it all figured out when I was
Oh,
shit.
gosh.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Moving along. Moving along. We're moving.
Oh, God.
He's
I'm
getting
so-
asthma.
I don't think I ever laughed like this in my entire life.
Okay. First date being a group date.
No, that's. I mean, if I have a buddy and they, okay, you know what?
That sounds so funny.
No,
if
look.
I had a buddy.
Okay, look. When you see, so how does that? Wait. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out how does.
Okay, but your first date is a
wait,
group date. Your first date.
my first date.
You
with
guys' first date would be in a group. So,
Okay. So wait, let me elaborate on the question that you're asking.
Okay.
I'm sure like a lot of people who are listening are thinking like, okay, so how does this exactly come about? Like, where do you go from, hi, I'm Joseph, hi, I'm Mickey or Carla or whatever. How do you, I guess, like, okay, I guess I know a scenario. I guess you talk on the phone, you get to know each other, and then like, you realize that you both bring a friend or a cousin that you're always hanging out with and you decide that you're gonna double date, right, for the first time.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's why I'm saying, like,
See, because to me, like, I don't know, like, when I
know.
ran across the question, I was kind of like, I mean, it would all just, it's couple scenarios can be played out here.
No, okay, but wait, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I want to know, like, in order for me to answer if it's a deal breaker or not, I want you to give me a scenario of how that happens. Like, how do you meet someone and then eventually end up saying, yeah, let's go out for some drinks or let's go out for dinner? And how does it get to, like, yeah, by the way, I'm bringing my homie, or how do the other two, how do the other two parties arrive?
What if they didn't even tell you anything? What if they just brought like, you showed up and they were like, oh, I have my two friends here. Like, they were a couple and they brought them and they didn't even tell you.
Okay, so it kind of changes the way to approach the situation, because you're the one that didn't know. Okay. Now, if you didn't, I say that the dynamics change to the other person, because they're the ones that didn't know, or say one of you has to know. I mean, in order for this question to actually, damn. See, I don't know. I don't know how to say deal breaker or not a deal breaker, because.
Or what if
I'm
one?
sure
okay,
there's a
what
way
if
you can get
no?
into
What
a
if
scenario
just
like
one
that?
the person, like, right? You're the guy, right? So what if she suggested? You guys were talking. You guys were going to
like,
go
hey,
on
do
a
you
date,
mind
but
if
she's
we-
like, "Hey, do you mind if we do a group date?
Yeah.
Like, if my whatever
okay.
comes
Damn,
along."
I made too big of a deal about
think
this question. But why didn't you ask it like that?
I mean, because now you kind of made me think of how I would approach the question now. Like, if, like, how it would probably come up in a conversation. That would probably be one, like, oh, okay, like,
Wait,
can I bring my?
Okay, the last thing. Can I say one last thing about that question? That question is kind of make me wonder, like, is this? Are we doing a segment for teenagers right now?
No.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I said too.
Because it's like, fuck, man, come on. Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking for a woman, it's like, and she's like, hey, I'll bring my friends, my cock blocker friends. Sorry about that.
Oh gosh. Okay. Next question. Doesn't want to spend time for you to come.
Oh, no. Shit, that's an immediate deal breaker right there.
That's like,
dude, can you imagine, babe? Can you imagine that shit?
I don't want to.
Damn, I've heard, first let me ask you this. I heard women that, like, they don't end up, I don't know how that, I shouldn't say that word, but they actually they have sex with men that, like, just literally, like, put it in and maybe 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 7, 8 pumps, and they have an orgasm, and they just stay there, like, they're like, damn, I was barely getting horny. I was beginning to feel something, like, now I want to come. Like, that's pretty sad. Like, yeah, it's a deal breaker. Everybody knows that's got to be a deal breaker.
But we're talking about for the other way around.
What do you mean?
What if the woman doesn't want to spend time for you? Like, I gave my perspective. We want to hear.
I mean, how would that happen? Like, damn, she would just maybe like I don't know. I just inserted and she had an orgasm, and then she didn't want to
She's
have
just
sex
like,
no
peace,
more.
homie.
Yeah, she gets off me and she's like, that's it.
Goodbye.
And I'm right there. No, damn, of course that's a deal breaker. Are you kidding me? That's a fucking ball breaker. That's a cock breaker. That shit breaks.
That's a
all the-
heartbreaker. It's just
No, fuck the heart.
a
I'll
spirit breaker.
fucking porn. What is it? What's that porn site that you see? Pornhub? Go to some Pornhub and take care of that shit. You can't put your pants back on with that shit. Fuck that.
Oh man. Okay. Doesn't ask how you are actually doing.
Oh, damn. I won't get too deep with that. I'll keep it for everyone to understand. No, I mean, oh God, I'm trying. Yeah. God, that's so hard to answer because I guess I don't remember how that feels. I'm the kind of person that like if I work with you or I see you every day and you don't say good morning or you don't say nothing to me in the morning. My baby knows, my wife knows. I don't. That's not what like. I can't feel that. You understand? Like I don't. It doesn't affect me. I'm living my life. Like I'm doing my own shit. I'm not like watching what she says or what she doesn't say. But I sure as hell can feel. Like if the person's like angry, like there's this certain energy and I feel it. You know what I mean? So, that would be a deal breaker. Is that what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So basically, would that be a deal breaker for you?
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, for me, no, but I know for a lot of people it would be. So hopefully, I was able to shed some light on it. For me, it's not. I don't care you say anything as long as you like your heart and everything else is in the right place and we're still vibing, we're gelling, we're kissing, we're hugging, we're doing everything. Like no,
You'd be like, "Fuck you,"
like,
but I love
why
you.
would there be a deal breaker?
Fuck
No,
you.
hell no. I don't need your good morning. I need your real love.
Ándale, pues eso es todo. Cabrón, chingón.
Toma.
Okay. Next question. Decided after a while to only be fuck buddies.
Yeah, for me, that's a deal breaker. Like, come on, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? You fuck buddies with me, you fuck buddies with her, you fuck buddies with him, you fuck buddies with. No, that's not the way it goes, man. It's like shit. That's not the way it's supposed to go.
Okay, so that's a deal breaker for you.
Yeah, total deal breaker.
Okay. Next question.
I'm all angry now.
Doesn't want sex as much as you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it. Oh God, I guess. But just enough, but just enough that you're both good.
Ah, fuck that. It's unacceptable.
No, look, it just look. There's it's. Oh God, you're making me think of something that. There's different scenarios for this. Like if when you first meet, you gotta know these things. Like if you start going like you got a couple months, 4 months in, and you're always horny, but your significant other's like, oh, I'm not in the mood, or I don't know. I'd be a little concerned. Like I wouldn't assume that they're cheating or they're seeing somebody else, but I would just be kind of like, okay, so maybe if it's important to me, which it kind of tends to to be. I mean, who isn't, right? Anybody that's healthy, happy, and is horny. Can we make a song like that, baby? What did I say? Healthy, happy, and horny.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're healthy, happy, and horny, then and you're with somebody for that time, and it kind of does feel like, oh well, maybe you're not compatible the way you want it to be. The way it's gonna make you happy. So yeah, it would be a deal breaker. For me, it'd be a deal breaker. But there's also other scenarios that, it doesn't have to be a deal breaker, because damn, that's more important than to be fucking, like shit. all that shit, that pornography shit. I'm not gonna get too deep in the subject, but that shit takes away your mind and doesn't let you fucking do what you're supposed to do, which is get yours every day. Anyway, next question.
Alrighty. On to the next question. Want sex way more than you?
Well, that'd be a good thing. You just make sure you have enough toys for the dog to play with. Nah, just bullshit, man. That's fucked up. No. Oh God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can't. No, it's for me. It's not a deal breaker. Not at all. Like no way. Like shit. I mean, I'm a guy, right? I shouldn't say like, oh, I'm a guy. No. Yeah, it's like I guess I should say genetically, I have a high sex drive, and like it doesn't bother me at all. But hey, if you have kind of like a high sex drive and the person you're with, or you don't, and the person you meet has, maybe it's not gonna work out. Like maybe you should just that's not a red flag. That's just who they are, and that's not who you are. And maybe you can find a couple other things you don't like, and you can pack your things and go. Cause that sex thing is again. It was like the last question. It's a little bit interesting to think about if somebody has that need for that chemical release of the orgasm. Like could be a lot of things that can be I don't know, going on behind the scenes that you might not see until it's too late. Keep an eye out on that.
Okay.
Sex is for procreation, you guys. Don't forget that shit.
All right. Dropping them nuggets. Okay. Next question. Different religion to you?
Nah, it's not a deal breaker. As long as everything stays cool, we're good. No way.
Okay.
We good. Respect.
Next one. Long distance.
Man. Oh man, it has its place. It's scenarios that can work. For me personally, depends on what you mean long distance. Like if we're talking out of state, that's kind of hard. No, I don't. I think that's a deal breaker out of state. But if say you're like, couple hours away, 2-3 hours away, man, that's probably not be bad. Especially if you met in a real fucking beautiful situation, like you were out at Big Bear Lake, it was snowing, you two were coming down with rafts, and
You
boom,
bumped into each
you
other.
bump into each other and you flip over and both of you land on top of each other
Oh, gosh.
and you become friends. Like it would be pretty beautiful.
All right. On to the next question. So that's wait, before I go on to the next question, that was not a deal breaker because you kind of went yay, nay. But we need a yay, nay, positive. We need one.
So it's not a deal breaker. That's what I would. Yeah.
It seems like you were saying it's not.
Okay.
But if it was out of state, you're kind of like it probably would. But
Yeah,
I guess
if once it gets too far, I know, guys. I mean, I know you want to hear me say that it'll work. It can work. Again, it depends on the scenario. You gotta know these scenarios. There's so much intent from both parties that has to be met in a way that it's efficient for each other, and you can live your lives and then get online, and now you can FaceTime. You probably on FaceTime 24 hours a day. That's fine. It'll work like that.
So, all right.
It's not a deal breaker then. I'm leaning more to like for love to whatever anyone chooses. So it's not a deal breaker.
Okay, on to the next question. Fuck boy girl tendencies.
What the hell did you just say?
Fuck bye.
What the fuck? Like, that means they're all fucking around?
I guess it's like a term. It's like a more modern term for someone that's just.
Wait. They took the old school word of player. When you a player, when you out playing, right? They took that and they turned it into fuckboy?
Yeah. Basically.
Oh God, that's That's shocking, you know? Jesus Christ. Wow. I feel like I just woke up. I did. Fuck, man. Oh, man. Yeah, that's definitely a deal breaker. Please, tell me the next one. My stomach just turned.
Basically, little whores, little man whores.
Yeah, player.
Women.
You fucking
Little
player,
players.
man. Yeah, definitely deal breaker.
So we're gonna swipe right. Okay. Dated a friend. One of yours.
Wait, what do you mean? The person that I met and they dated a friend of mine?
Yeah, like they dated a friend, right?
Oh,
But then
God.
you find out it's actually was one of your friends, one of your
So
close friends.
she dated one of my close friends in the
but
past.
Then, in the past, but now she's with you.
How serious were they?
We don't know.
Did they get, if they were like engaged? No.
Yo, what the?
And he's still my boy? Like we still rocking good? Like everything's good?
We don't know the whole
we
history,
still,
baby.
we
These
still
are just
ride or die?
questions for
I'm sorry,
hypothetically.
baby. This shit hurts to have to answer. Is she hot?
We don't know. These are all just
Nah, fuck
hypothetical
that.
questions.
Nah, that's a deal breaker. Fuck that. Come on, man. There's a fucking gazillion women in the world. Take a trip for 3 months to Costa Rica or something. You'll level out.
All right. Next question. Has little to no ambition in life.
Nah, that's a deal breaker. Man. What the fuck, man?
Because, some of these, like, some men out here, they be, they would get themselves with, like, a hot little chick, but she just doesn't do anything, beyond playing Xbox and shit and,
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I should be the one saying that, but I guess I don't know. You, fuck. Man, seriously, what my wife just said, damn, baby, you said hit the nail right on the head. Like, for both, there's some women out there too, like meeting these real hot looking guys. They fucking, yeah, they everything but their legs. They meet these good looking hot guys, everything but their legs, and they fall fucking dick whip, and the guy's not doing shit. Like, they keep fuck you. Girls, you bring them in to live with you, and you're over there paying all this shit. And now, what the hell's wrong with you, man? Come on, this is real life, okay? Everyone. That doesn't only happen to the ladies, like my baby said. It happens to the men. They date these fine little, God, like, fuck, right? Blast. And that's all they got. They ain't got nothing else. Like, you meet them, you go up to them and it's like, hey, hi, how are you? Hello. Like, you know there's no brain in there, right? But God, this is horrible. Why am I, oh, God, what was the question? It's like, oh, no ambition.
Has little to no ambition in life.
Oh, that's a sick scenario. If you're with somebody that doesn't do anything in life, like has no aspiration or ambition, don't be mad at them. That's who they are. You know what? Definitely say, wow, what the fuck does that say about me? All right? Don't be a bitch ass, Look in the mirror and say, what does that say about me? About my choice to be here and be in this.
DM, don't get in my DM. All right. Afraid of commitment. Yes or no?
Damn, that means this thing's like gonna drag on, right? Like if they're afraid to commit.
And that is gonna be the last question.
Yeah, if they're afraid to commit, I mean, I guess, do you have a certain policy or no? There shouldn't be no policy. You know what?
Fuck policies, man.
That's not a deal breaker. What am I talking about? No. If they're afraid to commit, there's no such thing as being afraid to commit.
That's what I'm fucking saying, man.
Again,
fuck the system.
All
right, sorry.
like let's take you and me for instance. Like when I met you, there wasn't really no expectation of anything because of the way we arrived into the situation we put ourselves into. We were just like free, like we were going with ourselves. We were in a mode in a place in our mind and body that. We're like, we ain't gonna take no shit from nobody.
We ain't taking no shit.
Nothing. Like
Nothing.
it's like shit happened when we met.
Punto,
when we met, when me and my baby we met, of course shit happened. There was moments where we both were There was I wrote something. Let me share with your listeners. Is that my phone right here? I didn't get to finish it, but let me say this really fast. So when we talk about like this is what I'm saying. When we talk about the first date, it all just matters for those that are looking right now. Not to go. This is quick. This is quick. It just depends. If you're looking for something serious, what I put here, it depends what are you looking for. Booty call, red flags don't matter. If you're just a booty call type of person, red flags don't matter. Like it just nothing matters. It's like you're just going with the flow, right? But if you're looking for your forever and all, everything matters. Like every single thing matters. So the question is, is it a deal breaker if they're afraid of commitment? I choose to argue that there's no such thing as commitment, because if you go out and you start getting all the important questions, and guys, I mean important. How do you get along with your family? What are you doing right now in your life? What's your goals? Oh, and they tell you goals like, hey, I plan to be a senior vice president of this whatever company when they're working, or they're entrepreneurs, and you see they're hustling, they're working. Hey, that's something that's like shit. As long as you're going every day, like the relationship keeps getting nourished, and no matter like if you get into certain little conflicts, which they're not conflicts. I called it it's kind of like a change of frequency in your heart. Like you'll be out with them and maybe they say something in a way that made your heart kind of feel like hurt, like you kind of got hurt. You got to take a deep breath and address it. Remember, this is your life. You got to fight. Like I was going to say, you got to fight for your right to party.
Yeah, please don't say that.
No. If your heart hurts, like all of a sudden you got to take a deep breath. Don't get ghetto now. Remember, man, you grown up. You're looking for the one. You're not looking for the one to fight with. You're looking for it. It hurts you. It hurts you. You take a deep breath.
Speak on it, sister.
Maybe if it's not the right
brother,
time, you can maybe hold it for. But I would address it immediately. Hey, can I say something? What you said here earlier, right now, about 2 minutes ago, it really hurt my heart. Like you have no idea. One or two things. That's what I call a crossroad. That's a moment where there's a like a disruption in the vibration of the heart, and you're feeling down. It gets you a little sad. You have to address it, and depending on the outcome, like how they're gonna react, like they're either gonna be like, man, oh yeah, whatever. You gotta put your boots on and fasten whatever your dress, your pants, and you walk. I mean, come on. But if they're like, oh my God, I didn't realize that you got offended, then you can move from that. It's like a milestone moment, a little crossroad, and you can move on, and you keep going and you keep going. You might hit a crossroad like within a year, but you got to analyze them by how much does it matter? And number one, like my baby will tell you right here, right now. I don't know how we got into, I guess because of the afraid of commitment question. You just gotta do you every day, every single day. Do you? If no matter what you're looking for someone, do you, right?
Yeah, do you? Don't fuck all this. You have to be dating someone for X fucking amount of time, or all of this stupid shit that fucking people are making up. Like, oh yeah, we're on a 5-year plan or some shit. Oh my God,
there's
like
some
that.
shit out there that I hear. I'm like,
are
these
this
people
weird kind of
are
situations?
these people human anymore? But I guess we can't really say much about anyone else. We don't know what everybody else is chemicalizing.
Everybody's got
everybody's
different
raised
stories.
different, right? I mean, let's not forget, not to get deep on you guys, but everything that we do is a program based on when we were born. Because nobody's born from the womb making these mistakes and doing these triumph moments. We learn, and whatever you learn in your brain, whatever you believe to be real, it sends those chemicals to your body. You start feeling it. So everybody's a little different on how they react during like meeting each other, which is like, again, if a lot of people get overtaken by the beauty, oh my God, the money, Some a little bit maybe too much on how nice they are, but they're not ambitious and they don't have nothing going for themselves, but they're hot as fuck and they're really sweet to you. But it just, I don't know, man. It just kind of tends to weigh you down. Like, it just depends on what you're looking for. But my advice, if I may, on that whole commitment thing is like, know what you're looking for. If you're looking for the one, you can't be bullshitting around, man. Everything matters. Fuck, bank account. How much you got in your bank account? Like, get into the second, third day, you're like, I don't care. People are like, oh, it's too inappropriate. Oh, I guess your life's inappropriate then, right? Like, dude, there's ways to ask for things. There's ways to see things. Everything matters if you want to start a life with someone. You have vision of starting kids, and you got to get down to the nitty gritty. Don't speed two things up too much. Follow your heart, but
Yeah, like that's essentially
the
whole point.
Follow your
Like,
heart. Be happy.
you know,
You're
don't
not
like,
gonna go
because that's my
investigate.
thing, you know,
Not a
like,
job.
yeah, but like that's my thing too. Like, it shouldn't really be too much about time, because you guys are listening to two people who got married in the first 6 months.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So don't carry the polygraph when you go on the first date.
No, fuck that shit. It's like this, man. People will have a lot to say. Okay, that's just the whole thing. People, no matter what, at the end of the day, will have a lot to say. But the one person that you should be listening to the most is yourself, first and foremost.
Amen.
And like he was saying, like, don't it's kind of like, don't set a time essentially on anything. Like, don't be like, oh, I have to, we're got to do this in this amount of time, or this, some shit I've heard people say before, like, oh yeah, I've got to know someone for, we got to, be with each other for 5 years so we can really get to know each other. And it's like, okay, I don't know why it would take someone that fucking long to get to know somebody when you can just sit with someone at a fucking table for less than an hour having dinner or something, and you can get to know all you need to know about a person if you're really looking, you know?
If you're really looking.
And it's just kind of like, I don't understand that aspect. Again, that's other people's perspectives. Everybody, comes with, is raised differently. But I'm saying, like, back to what my husband was saying, is basically like, yeah, don't rush it, go, but also don't be afraid. Like, don't let time also be a depiction of like how the beginning of your relationship is basically gonna go, like, oh, we're not doing things according to some kind of time that's been programmed into people's relationships and whatnot. Like, everything has to be done in these certain ways, for it to be morally right,
Not at all. Yeah, I mean, that's why it feels kind of like a lot of people are not living. They're not really living from the heart. I mean, the whole point of being alive is to fill your heart. That's what it's about. Seriously, everybody believes that the goal is to become rich and famous, and we're all destined to the same place. We're all gonna fucking feed soil on this earth. So everything is stemmed from the miracles of being alive, of being here, right? From the heart. Everything it's incredible. Everything in life, trees, plants, animals, anything that the sun radiates, anything that is living on earth, it's exactly like us. We're born, we live a life, and then eventually we're gonna have to go whatever your beliefs are as far as what happens after. But everybody must go and feed the soil of this earth. So you'll only live one life. You have to treat everything. You're like finding the one, if that's what we're talking about, all of a sudden, or making commitment. You got to treat your life like that. Like, think about everything in life and think of what a miracle you are to even be breathing right now. How beautiful it is. Anything can happen. Fucking one little fucking vein in your brain can burst right now, and that's it. Everything that you're stressed about right now, everything that bothers you, everything that you love, everything that you hate, like, it's gone. Like, you will never feel that tension in your body ever again. You feel me? So, yeah, just live with conviction, but live from the heart. Don't hurt no one. If you get hurt, don't hurt them back. That's who they are. You make your choice to move on. Go. Like, somebody said something and you address it, and they don't take into consideration how you feel, and you walk. What the hell you doing there? Like, What is like if somebody
These
hurts you?
boots are made for walking.
Shit, you,
That's
something
what
hurts
they
you like,
shall do.
oh, it hurts your heart.
One of these
That's
days,
why you don't
these boots.
do that. Starts from day one, though. Okay, let's reiterate that.
Yeah,
That's,
everything
that's
starts
day
from-
one. Day one is the most important
Day one,
day of your
Captain's
life if you're
log.
looking. Anyway, so yeah.
Maybe don't scare the listeners.
The listeners.
Don't scare the
I will not
listeners.
scare the listeners, boys. No, but yeah.
You know,
no.
don't you guys, if this guys and gals, no all this gender neutral, I'm not trying to step on
Hey,
nobody's.
and yeah, this goes for both genders, right?
Yeah, both. That's for everybody. We're not biased here. We fucking
and male, female.
fucking male and female
Everything.
parts. We don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Whatever you want to call
it's
yourself.
just everyone has a heart,
They,
everyone
she,
has a
them.
brain, everybody wants to be
We
happy
love- yeah, everybody.
and get that nut, right, babe?
Everybody wanna get the nut.
How important is the nut, baby? It's important,
it's
right?
fucking, it's so goddamn important. you
It
guys.
is. We
Yeah,
love
everybody's got to get
the
the nut.
nut,
Don't
the
fucking
nut.
act like you don't like the
The
nut.
nut's the best. Man.
Female and male like the nut. Okay,
Yeah,
everybody wants the goddamn
it's
nut.
A fucking addiction.
Look, listen to me. Let me tell you guys something. I'm sorry. I keep saying guys. I'm sorry. I'm trying to break that habit. Guys and gals. Okay, is that it's Wednesday morning. What have we been programmed to think about for Wednesdays? Baby, if you shall please.
Oh God, that it's the middle of the week.
No, what's the term?
hump day?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Did you hear how I went around that?
Hump day.
Yeah. Is that why they call it hump day? Fuck.
What am I doing right
No,
now?
that-
What am I
they-
doing right now? What am I doing?
Oh, it looks
Wait a
like
minute.
looks like you're
What am I-
doing the Macarena or something.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
You
What
look
am I
like you're
doing?
doing some kind
This
of.
is actually my air hump. Just
Jesus Christ! You're like, yeah, it looks like a Dr. Dre video at like 100 and something, like 200 BPM.
okay. Talk shit on my air hump.
Jesus.
Okay.
My baby, she's so beautiful.
Okay. So basically, okay. All right. So we kind of covered
so,
all
so
that.
hump day. You were saying about hump
Yeah.
day though.
No. So I fucking lost.
You
my
lost your train of
I
thought.
fucking
No,
lost
yeah,
it.
you
I
were
lost
saying
it.
you're saying that that there's a reason why we got our program to talk like
Oh
that.
yeah, no. Well, yeah. I mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like, we mustn't forget. It's hump day, and it's important for us to love the nut. Like it's not
that's
it's
what
not
we're talking
everything.
About the nut.
It's not everything, you guys, but it is part, and
Hey,
we're all adults. I would I think most of my listeners are adults.
Yeah. I
And
hope
so,
they are.
we shouldn't have to sugarcoat anything. We shouldn't have to censor anything because
Nah.
nothing on my show will ever be censored. So we're just going to talk. You want real talk? You want dirtiness? You want raw, grungy, whatever the fuck.
Hey,
It's going to be here. You'll find it here.
there's nothing better than the nut. Like seriously, I mean, I hope everyone knows. I'm just kind of saying it for the moment. Like, there's nothing better. Of course, you gotta fucking be responsible. Pay your bills. Get to work on time. That's what I'm talking about. When you're married,
you get to
when
pay
you're
your
married,
time.
or when you're with the girl, like and you can come home and get the nut. Oh my god.
Or else, if it wasn't fucking important, people wouldn't be out there trying to fucking find somebody. Come on. If
You know that-
everybody knows what fuck feels
well, yeah,
like. Come on.
I mean, everybody wants to.
I mean,
feel
I
that.
would hope at least. I'm so
Everybody wants
sorry.
to feel that warm
I truly feel
embrace.
sorry. Fucking RIP to the vaginas and the dicks out there that are not getting the nut.
Well, I
Um,
mean,
RIP.
well,
RIP. RIP.
Oh God, see, man, Oh God, I don't know. I mean, maybe your listeners can tell you about what I'm gonna ask. Like, how does that feel? Like, I guess I've never been a one night stand person, like ever. Like that's again my heart for whatever reason. I've been connected to my penis. That's why I couldn't fuck nobody on the first day. But no, how does that feel? Like if you're with somebody you hardly know, and you both nut together. Isn't that the best feeling, baby, when you get that nut together? Oh, that's the way it was meant to be. That's the way the body is designed, in my belief, because there is nothing greater than getting that nut together. But
Thank you, Jesus.
thank you, Jesus. It just made me forget what I was
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Yeah.
We're going to fucking hell.
No.
How are we doing talking about that 8 in the morning? It's hump day, you guys. It's hump day. Don't
Yeah,
forget
all right.
here on People Talk Now. Hump day. Woo!
Yeah, I'm still asleep. Totally asleep. Anyway.
Okay, we could sit here and chitter chatter all morning long about
The
you
nut.
know, about the nut
About the
and about
nut.
relationships and deal breakers and whatnot, and you know, and constantly give you guys advice. But actually, I did want, just for the sake, before we get into the word of the day and the joke of the day and all that goodness, I did want my husband to share, because I know last time I shared with you guys, since since this is in regards to like first dates, I kind of wanted him to share his experience of what he can remember of the day before and the day of our first date. So he can kind of describe what he felt or what his emotions or what was going through his mind right before he met me, or like when he decided to like message me on my profile, because I told you guys we met on a dating app and all that goodness. And so I want him from his perspective, like as a male, to basically share what he thought
All right.
when he first was, you know,
All right,
all that
well,
goodness, really quick. Little backstory.
Well,
Not too long, not too long.
No,
Can't be
well,
here all morning.
you know. Well, you know, I'll do a backstory and overall story, because it's crazy when I hear you talk about your portion, because it's very similar to mine, which is very fucking scary. I remember it was a Thursday. I was sitting in the room with Carissa,
Hmm.
and I told her, "Hey, you know, man, this is kind of getting old." Because I had gone on some dates, and you know, we could talk this. If people want to know more about online dating and our experience, like we can do that on the next show. Make sure you hit up my babes and tell her that you want to hear what we got to say about that. But there's some funny ass stories about when I would go on the dates that I did, which there were a few, you know. It's just damn, I you know, once you find yourself that you really want to find somebody that you can wake up to every single day, it for me it became for me very important. Like people be putting, just give you a little snippet, people be putting like these pictures that were like in their high school days, and then when you see them, it don't look like high school anymore. It
So
looks
are you
like fucking
saying,
adult
are you saying
night
that
school.
you've had a couple catfish
Is
experiences?
that's what they're called,
yeah,
catfish?
catfish. You know,
Yeah,
you
but
got
they
catfish.
they were quick, you know. It was quick. Like we would talk, and hey, yeah, you want me at Starbucks, you know? Fucking yeah. It was like no, and it got to the point where I was just like, no, I would just look at him and be like, hey, I'm really really sorry, but shame on you, shame on you. I would say that. I would be like, you put pictures of what when you were in high school, and they're appalled, man. They some of them would act like if I'm the one that fucking put shit in their mouth, I'm not the one that fucking put fucking an extra 200 pounds on themselves, you know, in less
Yeah.
than 3 hours. Shit, like I'm shocked. I'm
You
shocked.
you
And
felt lied to. You were lied to.
yeah, I felt totally lied to. So anyway, when I had told Chris, I was like, "Hey, this is it, man," because I was tired of that shit. I didn't want to do no more dating. I was gonna shut it all down, and I ended up hitting you up. I think on that same night, I sent you a message.
Yeah, in the
And
evening.
I sent you the message. It was late in the evening, and then I think you replied in the night or in the morning.
Yeah, I replied, but I said I was gonna turn off my phone. I think.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that
That was
was
a
in those
very,
times where I
very
was,
short. Very, very, very short.
I said I was gonna go for a run in the morning. I would,
Yep,
you know,
I remember
answer.
that. And then so in the morning, I think I got up and I think I said good morning to you, and you know, you replied later on. You must have went for your run.
Yeah, like
At the time, you were off the grid. I remember that. You kind of had a phone, but you needed Wi-Fi to use it. Remember, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I
That
love that. That
Fucking
way of
phone
life.
is the antichrist. I don't know if I'm using the context correctly, but it's whatever. Well, it can be whatever good thing. But yeah, you were off the grid, so it took you a while to reply pretty much all the time. You see, hence if I'm one of those assholes that thinks you're gonna be out there fucking around with every guy, the kind of guy you're supposed to run away from. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting into something else. So, you know, I had promised my daughter. I had told her that that's it, man, and I had told myself that's it. So I sent you the message on Thursday night. You replied very short. Said you were gonna go run. I remember. I woke up. I used to wake up early for work. Yeah, and then I sent you a message, and you replied back. And then I think, to fast forward the story, you suggested that we get on these little walkie-talkie things called Voxer.
Oh yeah, because I
Yeah.
thought I thought they were really cool.
Hey
actually,
guys, get on WhatsApp. If you're meeting someone, fuck texting. Get on WhatsApp. Fucking hear their vibration to see,
yeah, to hear their
see what
voice.
they're really about. If you
You can literally fall in love with someone hearing their voice.
yeah,
It's
you
crazy.
can. Shit, they just you gotta hear the vibration.
You hear my
But-
voice?
So she
y'all?
told me
You
to
hear
get
my
on
voice?
Vox, and we start chit chatting. I think it was Friday afternoon, right?
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah, I most likely didn't do anything at work. Oh my god, but yeah, because we were voxing back and forth. She told me she was selling her car at the time. It was funny, but again, we were just going. We were going and going, and it got to the point. I think we're later in the afternoon. My buddy from Westminster was having his birthday party, and I asked you if you wanted to come. Right?
Mhm.
You even said you were gonna bring a friend. I think it
Mhm.
was I think it was Norm. Right? Norm was supposed to come with you.
Oh yeah, but he didn't end up
Yeah,
coming.
he didn't end up. He ended up flaking. Norm would have liked that party.
Mhm.
He
A lot of
would've-
Asian people.
Yeah, yeah.
kidding.
Well, my buddy's Asian, so he would have loved that. Not to mention that set that I dropped that night. I think I was trying to. So I tell her if she wants to go, and she's down, right? So, I go. I was obviously living here in LA, and then I drove to.
I lived in Orange County at the
Yeah, you
time.
lived in Orange County. Went to Buena Park and picked her up, and yeah, guys, it's really crazy. But when I first saw her, I mean I thought she was gorgeous, but just gorgeous in a way where it's like I looked at myself and I'm like, damn, I don't like she doesn't really look like I'm the guy that should be next to her. Not in a bad way, but just like the way she dressed. She had her hair shaved, for Christ's sake. I was afraid for my life.
I was like, I'm gonna shank this motherfucker. I
She
just
comes
can't.
out with these. I'm pretty sure
Doc
that-
Martens.
You're vegan because
Yeah, they were vegan Doc Martens. Who would have known that I was gonna end up
at
being
that time
vegan?
you already had vegan dogs?
Yeah.
Incredible. That
Pretty
is very-
amazing.
that is very cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, you come out like a badass. She just looked like a total badass. Her head was shaved, her makeup was flawless, and she had this dress that had these like cuts on the side.
They look
that-
like we're a shark.
yeah, she looked like a shark bat from hell that just started floating, but a beautiful one. She gets in the car and slams my door, almost cracks my window.
No,
That's how rough she was.
That's
She's
not
a-
the way I remember it. I'm just
No,
kidding.
no, no. But you were very
I was
like
very-
her, very tough guy type of, which was cool, you know.
Oh, you
shit.
gotta do that kind of stuff when you're meeting guys on the internet.
Oh, is that why you were doing that? Oh my god, you scare me, baby.
You
Like,
never
how could
know,
you do
man.
that
He's
shit
gonna
to me?
fucking
No, so
pull a
so,
taser
so-
gun or some shit.
No, but again, hey, we had talked all afternoon on Vox.
I mean, we practically.
and the
was pretty serious.
conversation was it was
So-
nothing serious. We're talking about you selling the car and oh yeah,
Just
and I bought
random.
it here and I bought it there and oh I love it. It was a very neutral,
very sterile talk.
yeah, but it wasn't boring though.
Yeah, it was
it was
very
kind of like friend.
stimulating.
Like I was interested to know what my friend over there is doing, and she was interested to know what this guy over here was doing.
Mhm.
Which there wasn't much for me to talk. I was at work when I shouldn't have been boxing, but that was back in the Liberty days. And yeah, you were telling me about your day. We're talking and enough for me to have the confidence to say, hey, do you want to go to a party tonight? I mean, shit, who does that? I mean, well, I guess a lot of guys. I don't do that shit. I don't meet a girl off the bat and just be like, hey, you want to go to a party? But I guess it felt right in my heart. I'm going to tell you that much. So when I picked you up and we went, it was freaking cool. We were talking and talking and talking in the car. And I think we stopped by somewhere to eat.
Mhm.
Had some burritos, some bombas burritos. And then we went to go drink some brewskis, and it was really good. Like I met you, and I don't know. I don't know if maybe saying like and feeling how I was feeling 2 days before, just like how you say, and then just knowing, like I said, like what we just talked about. Like I just knew. I'm like I just want to go and meet someone. With you, we started talking. You live in the moment. Not that I was one to preach living in the moment back then. Now I'll probably have something to say, but yeah, it was just good. Our moments kept going and going, and when we found that we stumbled upon something that we both kind of were like, it kind of made our hearts hurt. We addressed it, licked our wounds, and moved on. It was like there weren't things that There weren't things that you couldn't move on from. So it was beautiful. It was
Yeah.
beautiful, babe. And then I can keep going, but that's basically in a nutshell. Like when I met my wife, I met my baby over here. It was just because of the mindset we were both in. If we weren't in the same mindset, then it wouldn't have worked out. Most likely,
Yeah.
she would have. Because she talks to me about the way she was when she was even like maybe 3 years younger than when I met her. Oh my God, guys, that's a show that, I think, should I say it? All the males and females can grab their vibrator and babe, you can do the show by yourself in here. And her stories of how my baby lived like in a span of a very short time. She went out, did her shit. Like she wasn't afraid of doing nothing. Like, and I mean,
Let me just
nothing.
put it to you guys like this.
Nothing.
When I told people that I was getting married, like my family, or I'll just put it to you guys like this. They just they pretty much look like they're about to fall off their fucking chairs and stuff. But not just that. Like my friends were like, "Are you sure? Like you feeling all right?" Like they probably thought someone was holding a gun and shit to my spine. But I was like, no. Like honestly, it was a very effortless. Like I didn't feel like I was making a choice. I didn't feel like that's just it. Like it didn't feel like I was making some fucking like some people make it out to be so goddamn dramatic. Like yeah, like when he asked me if I wanted to get married, I was like, yes, I felt it. Like I was happy. And not even just that. Most people are like the way society portrays it to be, we're like, oh yeah, like you're, like, I don't know if I'm ready to commit and all that stuff. And to me, it's just kind of like, first of all, I don't feel like it's something so difficult because I'm already a committed person to myself. And like, I know what I want, I know what I want out of life. I've already had a shit ton of fun. Like, and I know that it's not even just that. Like, people make it seem like when you fucking get married to someone, like your life is fucking over. And that's the most retarded shit I've ever heard. If anything, your life is just beginning all over again. If you've done it, if you've met a person, if you met someone, right, and you don't go into it with the whole mindset like, oh, I'm just meeting my other half. No, bitch. Sorry, excuse my French. Or guy. You don't need somebody to fucking complete you. That's where you go wrong. If you don't go into a relationship, both of you as a whole, you're already fucking the whole shit up. The whole process, it's all getting fucked up because you both should already be coming into the whole situation whole. And that's what it was. Like when he asked me that, those questions, like, do you want to get married? Aside of us, we were just like, shit, Hey,
we had only 6 months. 6 months we had met.
We're like, our taxes is going to be good.
If you're looking for somebody to be your partner in crime, you get through the shit quick. 6 months. We got through quite a lot of bit of up and down, more ups than downs. But I guess what we established in 6 months was that no matter what happened, no matter what happens between us, we always would find a way to make it better for both of us. That's what happens when your love grows really strong for each other. Don't think it's all like, you hurt me, bye. No, it's not about you hurt me, bye. It's about how much your love grows with the time that you're together. Like if you spend like 6 months, nothing goes down, then like something happens in 6 months, like you have some disagreement and it gets kind of bad where both of your hearts hurt, but nobody gets dumb, nobody gets ignorant.
Yeah.
You don't call each other.
That's important.
No, how many times have I called you or treated you like how many times have I said like fuck you bitch or something?
Oh no.
No. Never.
No.
Not
Never.
Once. And I'm not putting a gun to her head.
I swear you guys.
Not once,
Maybe take
okay?
that
That's
gun
what I'm saying. No, you don't allow
put that gun
shit.
down.
Don't allow shit. You can't allow shit like that. Again, but say somebody did call. I mean, maybe that's the way they're used to it, but they're really nice, and they call you hey, you fucking bitch. Like, depends on the content.
About all that.
Well, it depends on the content. I know.
I don't know what context. I mean.
No, damn. But it's been 6 months. It's been 6 months. I just gave that scenario. So you would, just try to address it. No, fuck that. Address it. Don't try to do shit. Address it.
Yeah.
Say, hey, but not there like, hey, you motherfucker. Don't do it with them.
No.
Well, don't
Please don't
fight
do
fire
that.
with fire.
Please don't.
That's not the way we beat it. You fucking introduce another negative by kicking him in the balls. So he yelled at you, called you a bitch, and now you touched invade his personal space, and you kick him in the nuts. No, that's taking the relationship
gosh.
on the downward spiral fast.
Yeah, no.
So if you want it to last, you think 6 months is worth it? Keep your mouth shut when they call you a bitch, when they call you an asshole, and address it like a grown up. Hey,
yeah, definitely. Just be like, you know what? This is not something I'm gonna. I'm not gonna tolerate this. You know what I mean?
Say, I'm not gonna tolerate. Maybe you don't want to. Maybe you don't have to say it there and then. Maybe you just hold it, and things start smoothing over.
Yeah,
and
like definitely
they get better and be.
talk
and then,
about things when you're clear headed. You know?
Yeah, then you say, hey, look, man, I will not be able to tolerate if you say you call me a name like that again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk, and you gotta walk. If that happens again, you gotta walk. Your heartbreak and your time and your well-doing, you would have created a really good man or a really good person. And it's not that you're not gonna find one. It's just that maybe they were not meant for you. You know, that's just you. It sucks, man. Sometimes that sucks, but that's just the way we. I mean, I truly believe we vibe on the energy of the earth. But anyway, So that's my story. I know I kind of went off a little bit longer, but it was nice meeting you.
Yeah.
It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you too, baby.
Like, where are you going?
Where the fuck are you going?
But yeah, there's.
All right. So, yes. So, that's all come to a conclusion. I hope this has all come to a conclusion for you guys. At least we've come to a conclusion.
Yeah, I hope you guys got a little
today.
something from this.
Yes, I hope something. Of course, you know, we'll be back in the future with more segments on relationships, because we always got a lot to talk about when it comes to relationships and things that we learn along the way. I don't know if anybody that's married actually listens to us, married couples. I don't know. But yeah. But the whole point is that I hope it's something that we've both said here today has resonated with you, or maybe you think about it and it helps you out, or maybe you could share this episode with a friend and maybe people maybe it can help them out.
Let them know.
But yeah, so as always, you guys know that I like to end my podcast with a joke of the day and a word of the day, because I like it when you guys leave my podcast talking all googly boogly. So today's joke of the day is it's a short one. I read through quite a bit, but because I know a lot of people listen to me in LA, this is gonna be a joke for LA. Maybe only the LA people will get. So it says, how do they say fuck you in Los Angeles? Anybody get it? Anybody know? Trust me.
Oh, damn, that's fucked up, man. Oh, babe, you just murdered the show, babe. People are gonna turn off right now.
Oh gosh.
Oh man. God, that makes me think of so many spineless jellyfish from my time.
All right, and just because I'm feeling very generous today because it's episode 20, I'm gonna go ahead and throw another joke in here, just because I thought it was funny. Here we go. So, how do you embarrass an archaeologist? How do you embarrass that motherfucker? How do you embarrass an archaeologist? Want to guess why? Well, you give him a used tampon and ask him which period it came from.
Oh, God, babe.
Baby, no, don't throw up on the show now. Don't throw up.
Baby, on day 1 or day 5? Because that shit matters. Okay, moving right along. I hope you guys weren't drinking your tea or your coffee when you heard that joke. So today's word of the day. I
I'm not really quite sure how you pronounce this, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit this here, so we can all. Let's see.
Euchred.
Euchred. It's spelled Euchred, and it means utterly done in or at the end of one's tether, exhausted. So it says, what is the origin of? How the fuck you say this word?
Euchred.
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 Euchred. All right, so let's find out the brief little history about it. In Australian English, Euchred has meant exhausted, destitute, since the second half of the 19th century, a meaning that formerly existed in American English. The sense derives from the card game Euchred, originally American, in which if a player plays a round and fails to take 3 tricks, they are euchred, meaning done for, a sense that was extended to outwitted, outdone, deceived, and cheated. Euchred, the name of the card game, dates from the first half of the 19th century and has no known etymology. I hope I said that right. But anyways, yeah. So how is euchred used? My breath comes hard. I'm euchred, boy.
Holy shit! What does that mean? I mean, you just read it, but I'm looking at you like I have.
It is basically exhausted. So you're like, my breath comes hard. I'm euchred, boy.
That's what it says. I'm
Yeah,
euchred?
you. Oh, here we go. Here's another way. You had one water bottle a day for all purposes, and it would be 48 degrees. So you were euchred physically as much as anything else, and it's very wearing on the mental
So
factor.
euchred is the end, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of like you're
done.
tired. Yeah, you're done.
Like, can you be feeling euchred or?
You're exhausted. You're pretty much utterly done. So
Yeah.
this show is euchred, and we're ending this motherfucker right now because
Yeah,
we all got to get to our jobs. We got to get to school. We got to go get that dick, that pussy, whatever you got to go get. You got to go get it today.
Damn.
It's Wednesday morning, and we don't fuck
loving it.
around. All right,
I'm
you
loving
tell
it.
people that you listen to People Talk Now,
Yeah.
and you're fucking amped up, and you're ready to go out and have a good relationship with your man, with your girl. Maybe you don't have one, but you're trying to have one, but that's okay. We're cheering for you, right, baby?
Yeah,
We're cheering for you.
babe. Of course we're cheering.
And yeah, you guys, as always, you guys know that if you have any questions, feel free to email me at peopletalknow@hotmail.com, and I would love to get back to you. You can message me at peopletalknow on Instagram as well. Reach out to me as always. I'm also on YouTube as well on People Talk Now. You can look for me now on YouTube. All the episodes are actually, every episode that I've ever posted is actually on YouTube. You can just go on there, subscribe. If you're not, much of like listening on the podcast, you can listen to me on YouTube now. So that's really great. So go and check that out. And so as always, you guys know, man, if you're interested and you have anything that you think I should be talking about on this show, message me, you guys. Let me know. Reach out to me. Don't be afraid if you have any suggestions, any ideas, or you want to be a co-host maybe. Okay, hit me up. And as always, you guys, it's been a real slice. I love you guys. Thank you to my husband for being here this
for
morning.
having me. Thank you guys.
And as always, you guys, have a kick-ass Wednesday. Later.